I have always wanted to be a doctor as far back as I can remember. I worked hard throughout my undergraduate degree and I got in, and that was a very good day. The first few years were a bit crazy, but I enjoyed it. In fact, those are some of my best memories.
Were there any difficulties in your preclinical years?
Well, I did notice that I was getting more uptight about exams and even tests. I wasn't able to eat breakfast, and sometimes I even threw up. But the feeling didn't last long, and I was able to do all right on my tests, so I didn't give it much thought.
What happened when you started the clinical work?
Actually, as a medical student, other than the occasional upset stomach, I did okay. Seeing patients was a real thrill. It wasn't until I started my family practice residency program that things started to get more difficult.
What do you mean?
Well, I was having trouble finishing all my work on time. I was so worried that I would forget something that I would constantly recheck my tests, my blood work, my requisitions. Some of the staff had actually pointed out that I needed to better prioritize my time. And this floored me. You know, I had the feeling that I was not as good as the other residents. I started spending more and more time at work, less and less time with friends and family. Medicine is the best excuse for not having a social life. When I got home, I couldn't shake it. I was worrying 24/7. I was having trouble falling asleep, and if I woke up, whatever time it was, I was up for the day. But I was tired. I was really tired. The attacks just started happening suddenly. The first one, I was admitting a patient to a ward, and suddenly my heart started pounding, and I got this numb, tingly feeling in my hands, and I started to sweat all over. So I was afraid that I was going to be sick, so I excused myself and I went out into the cool air, and I couldn't catch my breath. And that's when a nurse found me, and I couldn't go back in. She was concerned that I was actually sick, so she convinced me to come back in as a patient. Tests were done, they all came back negative, and people told me that I was just working myself too hard, that I was not eating right, and it was just the usual fatigue. I believed them. I had to. I couldn't face the fact that something was wrong. And it wasn't until my 5th attack that I said to myself I would have to do something, or else my career in medicine, my dream, was just not going to happen.